Good afternoon to all of you, dear students, teachers and principals. Let me take this opportunity to welcome all of you once again back to your own schools. I am sure that all the students and teachers and principals including might have recharged your batteries after a long summer holidays, and there are a lot of initial hiccups. I am sure that you all have overcome all the hiccups. You are once again back to the school to start a new academic year. We have a lot of programs on anvil. We are also prepared to have a lot of programs during this academic year. And we have with us today a very important person, the right person to initiate all of you into this new academic year. I am sure that you might have guessed who he is. He is none other than our Secretary, Dr. R.S. Praveen Kumar, IPS. Let me request you, sir, to initiate the new academic year and tell us what is in your mind. I am sure that you have some very important programs. Some are very magnificent ones. The ones like the Everest, we do not know when you are going to send the next group of children to where. No one knows except you. So, let me request you, sir, to tell us something about the new programs which is in your mind, and which we will definitely we will carry forward that towards successful end.
Yeah, thank you, Judge, and thank you, Mana TV staff members and its CEO. It has been a great year. 2013 and 14 has been a very eventful and great year. Now we have 2014 ahead of us, and we have to really plan meticulously and then execute everything with clinical precision. Now friends, I once again salute you for your choosing the Mana TV, choosing Telangana Social Welfare Residential Schools, and joining us for this great journey. Now I also must compliment you. I must compliment you for spending your summer in a very meaningful manner. All the teachers and at least 10,000 to 15,000 students, they have toiled very hard in this summer, sacrificing their summer vacation and leaving their parents. They came back to schools, and they had spent their quality time with so many trainers from all over the world. We had so many people training our children, and then they have improved a lot. So this is something which I really cherish for the rest of my life, this 2013 and 14 summer campaign. So while saying that, and this year too, we want to take the same spirit forward. So I thought I should set the ball rolling by addressing you all in this Mana TV studio. So friends, first and foremost thing I want to tell you is this year is going to be much more exciting, much more eventful than 2013. So 2014, now already our Purna and Anand, so both the children who have scaled Mount Everest, they have put our Andhra Pradesh Social Welfare Residential Schools map and Telangana Social Welfare Residential Schools map. So both the societies, so till June 2nd we were the same society. So they have put the society in the global map. They have put entire Telangana state in the global map. So they have made all of us very proud. So one day I asked Anand, how do you feel? Purna, how do you feel after reaching Mount Everest? You know what they said? They said, sir, our real journey has just started. So we will start our real journey from Mount Everest. That means Mount Everest is not the end in itself, it is going to be the beginning for all of us. So we have to, that is why we have coined go Tswreis, go Cosmos. So Cosmos is beyond Mount Everest. So that is why we must really work very hard. So to achieve these objectives, we have really worked very hard to make your 14 schedule, timetable and all those things much more brilliant and then meaningful. So to start with, this year we have started a new form of notebooks. Like last year, you can see these are your super students, one is Divya, second is this guy is Shaila Kumari. So, this is one thing, and second thing is like last year you have last year you had big 13 resolutions, but this year you have 10 commandment 7 seats for 2014. Then you have outstanding alumni, you have Dubba, you have Geeta, then you have some other girl, and you have one photo is vacant here as well. So, that is another innovation this time we have done. And then we also have a brief life history of S.R. Shankaran. So, S.R. Shankaran will practically talk to you. Then the last and most exciting thing is you have a snakes and ladders game. So, this is a story of one Tswero. So, here this is a story of a guy called Siddhoji Rao, he is a Tswero. He lost his parents in when he was very young. So, he literally was brought up by social welfare hostels. So, how now he has become a Ford fellow and he was a dean of Australian National University. From social welfare hostel he went up to Australian National University. So, like that every notebook is provided with a lot of brilliant true stories of our Tsweros reaching to top. So, there are some snakes are nothing but your weaknesses, there are some ladders are nothing but your opportunities, right. So, with by using these ladders one can go up in the life, and by getting trapped by snakes one can again be relegated to the bottom of the life. So, these are the things which we would be we have printed 25 lakh notebooks with this message in this society. So, all the children will have from 5th class to 12th class, you have all the all the school text notebooks will have this kind of stories with you. So, every day you can see these stories and get inspired. So, nothing like learning from our own colleagues, learning from our own alumni, and learning from our own teachers. So, this is one important innovation which we have started this year. Then second thing is,
sorry to interrupt you. I am sure that while showing the notebooks you have seen the photos of some prominent Tsweros, but there I found there is a blank also there. I am sure that you might have kept that blank purposely. You have a blank there, you would not have done anything without purpose. So,
absolutely.
Could you just explain the purpose?
Absolutely. So, for example, you can see there are only 2 photographs here. One is this photograph, she is Geeta, she has studied from IIT Nagol, and then she is working as a consultant a financial consultant to Royal Bank of Switzerland. Now, you can see this girl is another Tswero. She is alumnus of our society, and she is working in she is working as a assistant section officer in government of Andhra Pradesh, and then this photo is vacant. See, there is no photo here. So, this photo is your photo. So, you have to put your photo and then dream and work hard to get into this slot. Maybe after 10 years we will have your photo in this slot. Maybe 10 years from now you will have a lot of children after 10 years, that is in 2024, all the children will see your photo, not somebody else's photo. So, that should be the that is a game plan.
That's indeed a very brilliant idea, sir, to inspire our children.
Exactly.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
So, friends, that is one thing which I thought I should tell you. So, I want you to make full use of these notebooks. Do not waste them. This is a government property, this is public property, this is your property, this is my property, this is everybody's property. So, please use them responsibly. Second most important thing is unlike last year we did not tell you what are the professions to choose, but this year we are going to help you immensely with so much of commitment, with so much of passion. We are going to tell you what are the professions that you should be choosing, because whenever we go to schools, all the children would say either they want to become doctors or engineers or world famous IAS officers, but these are not the only 3 professions. There are thousands of professions in this world, maybe around 3000 to 4000 professions. Of them, around 200 to 300 professions are highly paid professions and very easy to reach to the top in these professions. So, we are going to introduce you to different types of professions. Last week we had a very good workshop in Andhra Pradesh Academy of Rural Development, wherein we called all the experts from different walks of life, and we have asked them to prepare a career counseling manual. With this career counseling manual, we are going to supply these things to your schools, and then we are going to train your teachers as career counselors, and every Saturday is going to be the most eventful day. I think you will really long to see Saturday. Now, Saturday there will not be any formal lectures in Saturday, but Saturday we are planning to conduct career counseling classes, and you are all going to participate in those career counseling classes. And then Saturday you are going to have lot of debates, Saturday you are going to have lot of quizzes, Saturday you are going to have lot of essay writing competitions, Saturday you are going to have lot of math orientation, easy math competitions. So, what not, Saturday is going to be the most exciting thing in your school life. So, that Saturday will bring a turnaround in your thinking process. You will be much ahead of many other corporate schools if you really participate in that Saturday exercise. So, career counseling is a big ticket event this year. So, I want you to look forward for such event, and then I want you to concentrate on career counseling event as well. So, you have
yes, I have a question, sir.
Yeah.
Could I have more insight into this career guidance? I have two questions to ask here.
Yeah.
Who will guide our children? Number one question. Second question is, do the teachers or principals, whoever does this career counseling, do they have a document, a manual?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, first question is, who will introduce the careers to our children? It is the teacher or the principal, and then this principal and then teacher will be properly trained in career counseling. So, some teams will be visiting schools, and then they will be gathering lot of data, and by July 31st. So, we will be coming up with a career counseling manual. That is number one. Number two, then you have asked what is the material that is available. So, we will be making this material available through manual, number one. Number two, we are also going to use Mana TV for this activity. So, we are going to bring a lot of accomplished people to Mana TV, and then make them to talk to you in an interactive manner, so that you get really inspired by the true stories, and most of them will be our own Tswreis or the people who are from other walks of life. So, that is another important thing I thought I should make it clear. Then third important thing is there is going to be a small discussion in a very friendly manner. There is going to be a small discussion, role play, debate, and experience sharing session, a project work on various careers. So, that is going to happen in each and every school. So, I want you to make a note of this as well. So, career counseling is going to be a big ticket event. Another important thing is, this year onwards we will be starting a call center in our society. Already we have a toll free number. So, but that toll free number we will also be using another toll free number for career counseling. So, whatever doubts you have on college education and on upper careers, and what career to choose, and what kind of remuneration I will get, what kind of difficulty is there, and what are the scholarships available for such careers, and what are the institutions in which we can take those courses, these are the things which we are going to tell in call center. So, call center is going to be another big ticket event from this year onwards. So, we are going to have this call center in our own society. So, and call center will be manned by preferably by Tswreis and then other counselors. So, I want you to have a look at this career counseling aspect as well.
Yes, one more clarification on you have mentioned about project work and career counseling.
Yeah.
Could I have some more insight into that? For example, last summer children were given various projects work. They are all textbook linked.
Yes.
Now, how are you going to link career counseling and project work?
Yeah. So, it is very easy. Actually, career counseling, it is going to come in the form of a manual. So, this manual will be placed in the school maybe with the teachers, and then these teachers will be giving lot of projects to children. Like for example, a school teacher, TGT or PGT, house master will ask a 5th class, sorry not 5th class, 9th class children to come up with the project of how to become an aeronautical engineer, how to become a fashion designer, so how to become a beautician, how to become a textile engineer. So, there are so many things, how to become a biotechnologist. So, how to become a tissue culture expert. So, these are the things which are really upcoming, how to become a robotics engineer. So, these are the things which are available in the manual, but the teacher will be making more and more resources available with the students, and then students will sit together and then will come up with lot of projects. They will discuss among themselves maybe for 1 week or 10 days, and at the end of that period they will come back to the classroom and then they will present to entire school as to how to become an engineer, aeronautical engineer, and if they were to be aeronautical engineers, what would they be doing. So, this role play and this gathering of information will automatically ignite the passions in the students, ignite the desire in the students to become that professional. That's the idea.
Yes sir, as usual, will there be their projects will be evaluated and graded and correspondent marks will be given?
Absolutely. So, the projects, obviously all projects will be graded. So, and the students are expected, students and teachers are expected to take a lot of interest in these projects. Absolutely, they will be graded. No project will go ungraded. That's number one. Number two is another important thing this year we will be starting is we will be issuing instructions shortly from now. No teacher would teach the lesson beyond 30 minutes. If the class is for 45 minutes, the teacher should talk for only 30 minutes, not beyond 30 minutes. So, after 30 minutes, the teacher should hand over the class to students. Then students will come back, and students will come back with a lot of questions, lot of discussions, lot of ideas, and then there will be a lot of brainstorming in the classroom, and then teacher should design that in that manner. So, that is what the continuous and comprehensive evaluation means. Yes. So, there is more space for teachers, there is more space for students, and then students are supposed to be supposed to be as equal as teachers. So, that is the idea of participatory teaching, and then this year onwards we are going to be very heavy on participatory teaching, and then in no classroom teacher would speak for more than 30 minutes. So, whatever it is, after 30 minutes it should be handed over to the students, and then students should discuss on what teacher has taught. Another thing is, tomorrow's lesson we must do today itself. That is very important, and last year we tried to do it and then we were partly successful, but this year onwards we are going to be very heavy on tomorrow's lesson today itself. Another important thing is, last year we banned guides, and this year too we are going to ban the guides. Another important thing is, this year the question papers will not be fact based. Please remember, please note it in your minds. The question papers will not be fact based, they will be concept based. So, we are going to form district examination boards. In district examination boards, all the teachers would sit together and then they would brainstorm in the rooms, and then they would prepare the questions, and then those questions will be given to the students in the classrooms, and then no question will be direct. So, there is no question of ticking the paragraphs and then memorizing these things. So, that memorization part is gone. Now, everything will be discussion based and everything will be concept based, and then there shall be lot of discussion. So, your entire Saturday will be on a discussion mode. So, that is another innovation which we are planning to do.
I think it is a brilliant idea, sir, especially the summer projects. I am sure that our children will find these summer projects really challenging and useful to them in their future endeavors and future life.
Very good. So, when George said, I suddenly remembered the summer project. So, last summer we gave you Crazy Cat's summer projects. So, this Crazy Cat summer projects, I personally went to a lot of villages, and then I saw children studiously doing these Crazy Cat summer projects, and then parents were very happy to see their children doing all these projects. I am very happy about this. Then as to encourage these kind of projects, we have already issued a circular that best project in every section will be given 300 rupees, and then second best project would be given 200 rupees. I am sure these gifts may have been handed over to you in the Freshers Day, probably, I am hoping. but if not, I would request all the principals to hand them over maybe this week. So, summer projects have been really a wonderful experience, and then this year onwards we are going to make this project much more involving and much more contrived and much more meaningful. So, they will be really helping you to develop your knowledge. Another important thing, George, you have mentioned in your initial inaugural remarks. So, this year you have asked me what are the important innovations that are going to happen in the society. Yes. Another important innovation is we are going to train at least 50 students in every school as teaching assistants. Oh. So, never in this country the teaching assistant system was introduced in the schools. It happens only in the Western societies. But in Telangana social welfare residential schools, these teaching assistants will be actively helping the teachers and their colleagues. So, they will be not only helping the teachers, but they will be helping the students in study hours. They will be the leaders of groups in which discussions would take place. Earlier in our evening and morning study hours, we generally used to keep books in our front, and then teacher will be moving here and there, and then you will be looking into the books, and then you will be slipping into your own world. But this is not going to happen this time. This time, at least in the evenings, you are going to discuss heavily on the subjects that were taught in the daytime, and only morning you will be given a free time to to indulge in yourself. Otherwise, evening all study hours are going to be group discussion times. So, this is another important
sir, I think it is not that easy to handle the classes which actually the job of the teachers, and I have a little clarification on that. How are you going to empower our students to handle the subjects, and they are, after all, they are children, and do you have any mechanism in place? Do you really have some training, and if you have trainings, what are the areas you will be given training to the children?
Very good question. Actually, first of all, let me tell you, I have a lot of confidence in my Tswreis. Our 1,70,000 Tswreis are no less than any teacher. So, they are as good as any teacher. Unfortunately, these kids, they did not have opportunity to excel in the classroom. Given a choice, they would do wonders in the classrooms, not only classrooms, even outside classrooms as well. So, for example, this summer I had seen these 10,000 children, and then one important experience what I want to quote. One day I went to Isnapur, then there was no counselor in summer Voice for Leadership camp, but there I found 2 to 3 girls, young girls managing the classroom on their own. Then I asked them, who are you? Then they said, sir, we are co-counselors. So, how old are you? They said they are just 14 years old. But 14 years old children, they are managing the class of 30 to 40 people in a chaste English with a lot of real life examples. I think what more you need in our children. So, they are wonderful people, they are angels on the earth. So, I have no doubt about it, and they are going to do much better when they are given an opportunity. So, these children are going to get trained in basic pedagogical skills, different teaching techniques, and then leadership in the schools and leadership in the classrooms, and they are already thoroughly trained in the leadership aspects, and then classroom management, and then how to inculcate morals into education while teaching, and then how to be a leader, and how, more importantly, how to be helpful to other colleagues. Because in classroom you find people of different age groups with different competencies. So, when you find people of different age groups and different competencies, you need to have specific strategies to inculcate knowledge inject knowledge into these brains. So, and these children will be trained in such events. So, that is another important thing that is going to happen in 2013 and 14, and then that will be another academic Everest.
Oh, that's wonderful, sir. That's wonderful initiative from your side, and I am sure that the children will grab up the opportunity, and you can be helpful to your own peers, and you can be a real teacher among yourselves.
So, another thing, George, you have asked me, so what are you going to do on competitive, since we have P5 program, in P5 program the third point is competitiveness.
Yes.
In the competitiveness sphere, we are going to introduce a lot of quiz competitions in the schools this year. This will be a regular weekly activity, quiz competition. And then we are also going to introduce a lot of competitions with regard to writing skills. and this year we are going to introduce a Tswreis Author Trophy. In Tswreis Author Trophy, a group of children, it is for juniors and then seniors, a group of 5 to 6 children with the help of a teacher, they are going to write a book at least for 100 pages book, and these books will be submitted for evaluation in the head office. So, the last date for submitting these books is September 30th. So, once these books are submitted, it could be fiction, it could be non-fiction, preferably we are using both, but it could be fiction and non-fiction, it could be a group activity. Once we get all these books, we will give to a expert committee. That expert committee will evaluate what is the best book, what is the first best book and what is the second best book, both in senior category and junior category, both in Telugu and English. So, we are going to have lot of trophies for that. Then the best book would get about 25,000 rupees.
Oh.
So, 25,000 rupees would be the prize money for the best book, and then second best book would get 15,000 rupees in each category. So, for seniors it is 25,000, for juniors it is 15,000, and the second best is for seniors it is 15,000 second prize, for juniors it is 10,000 second prize, and the mentor teacher, the teacher who is a mentor, she or he is also going to get a very good cash prize this time apart from a certificate. So, this is called as Tswreis Author Program. So, Tswreis, we are going to issue instructions shortly. So, I want you to wait for these instructions, and then if you have lot of ideas, then do lot of research as to how to write a book, how to prepare a book. We are going to give guidelines to you as to how to write a book. So, before that you must have lot of creative ideas. It could be fiction, it could be non-fiction, it could be a nice story, but it should be at least 50 pages length, and then not less than 50 pages and not more than 100 pages. That is the competition. Once a book is selected as the best book, we are going to publish it in hundreds of numbers, and we are going to supply it to all the schools. That is another thing I thought I should tell you.
So, it is like another milestone.
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
They are going to make history like the Tswreis stars.
Absolutely, Tswreis stars. Tswreis stars. Anyway, we have a video downloaded now. Yeah. Our Tswreis have yeah, we can show it.
Yes,
now.
we can show it.
Yeah, we will watch the video now. Tswreis stars. Since George has brought up the subject of Tswreis stars, now please enjoy the hard work of our Tswreis stars. First